Hello everyone, Cody from EGW here. Today we're going to do a quick installation video on our practical rings. This is something that customers ask us about quite a bit, and we're going to show you some tricks today to make the installation process a little bit easier for you. What I normally do first is I start with the threaded half of the rings, and I leave the insert piece in the bottom of it. It can come out, so that can sometimes be a stumbling block for people. If you really have trouble, and the way that I'm going to show you today makes it pretty simple, but if you still have trouble, you could always loctite this insert piece into the bottom of the ring. Just a drip or two of blue, let it set up and cure for 24 hours or so, and then it's going to make it much easier because it won't fall out. But I leave it in the bottom. Find what cross slot you want to put it in, and again, I normally kind of mock this up ahead of time so I have some idea, but put it in, put the insert piece through the cross slot, and then I take my optic and position it where it needs to be, or where I think it needs to be, and then I take the non-threaded half of the ring, the one with the countersink, and put it around here. That holds the scope in place. You don't have to be too concerned about if the scope is level right now, because you can always final adjust it. I take the longer screws, they go into the bottom holes, thread one of them in, and I just get it snug, and that helps to hold everything in place. You can put in a second one if you wanted to, but again, just get them snug because we're going to do a final torque later on. But this just holds the optic in place. So now you can let go. You can pick the rifle up, shoulder it, dial in the eye relief. You have a little room to slide the optic forward and backward. In this specific application, you could also unmount it and move the ring backwards or forwards, cross slot or two if you need to. It's only those two screws, slide it around. But we're gonna just pretend like this is in the right position. So then you're gonna take your front ring, put that where you need that one to be, same thing. Just slide you have your insert piece in the bottom, slide it in the slot. And we're gonna take the non-drilled or non-tapped half of the ring, put that around it. Again, put the bottom ones in, just snug. And this is going to hold everything in place. After you do that, you can again just double check your eye relief. You can double check that your reticle is level if you need to make any adjustments, because these are just snug, so again, you can still roll the scope a little if you needed. Again, we're just going to pretend like this is good. Put in our top screws and get these snug. These screws are a T15 head. We used to send an L wrench like the one that I'm using. Our new rings, or new packaged rings, are now packed with a T15 bit that you can use in any 1/2-inch drive. So like if you're using a fat wrench or any other torque wrench, you can just pop that insert in if it doesn't come with that size bit, and then you can use it with your torque wrench. So it's a little bit more versatile. So now we have all 4 of the screws in. They're just snug. You can still rotate this a little if you needed to. So if you wanted to use a level to level out your turrets, now would be the time to do that. And now you could go and do a final torque. And we recommend 20 inch-pounds on these, and I always torque in an X pattern. So I would start with one of the bottom ones first, and then do the top, and then the opposite bottom and the opposite top. Do that on all of them, and you're set to go. Yeah, so it's a pretty simple process. Once you get everything torqued down, you're set to go. These rings work really well because they're slim and lightweight, and there's no crossbolt hanging off the sides, so they're good for hunting applications and things like that. Thank you guys for watching today. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to let us know. Have a good one.